All right, YouTube. This Detroit's HPTV coming to you out of Detroit. I'm going to do a reaction to Phillip Scott's video. I don't like to really uh go at another brother about situations because I think we need unity now more than ever. But we got to clear something up because they asking what can Joe Biden do to get the black man's vote? Absolutely nothing at this point. There's nothing he can do or he's even willing to do that should make a black man come out there and support him. He's shown us year after year, his whole time he's been in Congress, before he became president, he wasn't with us and he wanted to bring us down. And Phillip Scott, you's an intelligent brother. You know what I mean? You're a little bit younger than me. You know what I mean? But there's nothing he can do. And nobody is being apologetic for the choices that they made. You know what I'm saying? We know that we lived better with Trump in the White House for those 4 years. We know that we can't survive another 4 years of Joe Biden. So we're not gonna make no excuses. It's not about what can he do to get our vote. He can't. There's nothing he can do to get our vote. Period. We done with the Democratic Party. We off that plantation, man. Make it plain. Don't even stop even acting as if there's a chance, because that makes us look weak and indecisive. This video that I'm going to react to is for fair use under the 1976 Copyright Act for commentary educational purposes. Let's check out the brother. And brother, get on point. Ain't nothing Biden can do for us. Period. You ain't Maxine Waters.
To get into the South Carolina primary, because I saw a lot of chatter online from people, and I seen some people saying, "Oh man, look, black people, they just falling back in the same habits, going vote for Biden." Well, when you actually see how many votes Biden actually got in that primary, we're gonna look into all of that. You're gonna have a little bit more positivity toward what you thought you saw with the corporate media trying to deceive you and finesse you, just showing you percentages and not actually showing you the raw numbers. Always get the raw numbers. Don't pay attention to their percentages. Don't listen to them with that per capita crap. Raw numbers, raw numbers, raw numbers. Let's get into it. As you can see here, the number they was toting on the media, and when I saw the chatter, a lot of people focused on this 96.2%. Okay. So if you look at how many actual votes Biden got in South Carolina, it's 126,321. Marianne Williamson got 2.1% at 2,726. Dean Phillips got 1.7% at 2,239, with a grand total of 131,286. Now, remember that number. In the media, they're trying to make you think that Biden has really got some big time support. Oh, he got some big time support. So let's go to South Carolina and what they say how many registered voters actually have in the state. So if you go up here, voter registration demographics, and I got that, from them, sc.gov, you see all that. And now if you go down to the bottom, you see that they have 3.260024 registered voters. So 3.2 million registered voters. Okay. Now let's go to and remember the voting. So if we go back and let's go down here, Biden got 97% of the vote here in Richland, but look how many people actually voted. Only 19,000. Now, if we go back to how many actual registered voters there is in Richland, it's 255,000 people. The majority of people sat home. Just like we know the amount of registered voters versus the people that showed up, they sat it out. If you go here to Charleston, Biden got 97% of that. Only 13,000 people voted there. If we go back and we go look at Charleston here, there's 260,000 people registered to vote in Charleston County alone. And you mean to tell me that only 13,000 showed up? How is this like a big time win for Biden? That's what I want to know. See the mainstream media and what they'll do to y'all, and that's why you should thank God you got people like us. They will focus just on this, but they would never tell you this right there. They would never tell you 131,286. They surely would never tell you about that 3.2 million people being registered to vote. So this is not a win for Biden at all. Well, you know, they've been rigging the primary from the beginning, right? It's been rigged. It hasn't been a competition. It hasn't been anything. I mean, I told y'all, the Democrats don't believe in democracy at all. They're authoritarian, as you could see. But I just wanted to show you this about the voting aspect, is that the majority of people in general sat it out. Now, the next thing I'm gonna wait for is the racial demographics and how to break when that breakdown comes out. And I want to see actually how many black people actually came out and vote for him. And I could take it from this number and actually figure it out. But understand, this is not a good look at all for Biden. Not at all. If I start hovering over some of these counties, only 892 people showed up in Oconee County. But then we go back over here. Oconee County has 52,000 people registered to vote. Nobody showed up for Biden. If you go right here to Pickens County, I think that's kind of more so a Republican-leaning county, I think. But Pickens, 1,190 votes. You go over here to Pickens, and there's 74,000 people registered to vote. Like, nobody showed up for this dude. Spartanburg County, 4,520. You go over here to Spartanburg County, and there's close to 200,000 people registered to vote. Man, nobody showed up for this dude. So do not believe the hype. Just like we were told a long time ago, don't believe the hype, right? Public Enemy, they told us. So it was not a good night at all for Biden. No matter what the left-wing media has to say, the MSNBC, the CNNs, it was not a good night. So trust me, the majority of people stayed home. 3.1 million people chose the couch. They did not get up out of their house and go out there and participate in any primary. So that actually was a major disaster for Biden, a prelude to what may happen in the general election. Now, on top of Clyburn, you have Maxine Waters out here. She's trying to come out and try to assess the black vote all of a sudden. And I want you to pay attention to what she has to say about this.
Biden has been campaigning this weekend in South Carolina, shoring up support among black voters. Recent polls show black support for the president is softening. Why?
Well, first of all, I think that, Trump and the Republicans have been doing everything that they can to get the people of this country to believe that, to get others to believe that he's losing the black vote.
It's a fact. Stop playing politics. And I don't even like how Phillip Scott is acting. He acting like he confused. Under no circumstances is there any way that an intelligent black person will vote for Joe Biden and the Democratic Party. There's nothing they can do. There's nothing they can offer us or bribe us. What, you know how many times they done lied and betrayed our interests? And for y'all to get on here and to be so undecisive in your politics is weakness. And this is why we've been taken advantage by that party. There is nothing that he could do to sway the black vote. I don't even really believe he won Detroit. I mean, he lost Detroit. I don't believe Trump lost Detroit. You know what I mean? And I'm not a conspiracy theorist. You know what I mean? Because I couldn't see from living in Detroit when Trump was president, I couldn't see anybody walking into them booths voting for Biden during that time. And they started doing a lot of that where you mail in your vote. Because I don't believe he lost Detroit. Seriously, I don't. I don't believe he lost Atlanta. Would y'all come arrest me too?
Buy it yet. I don't know which polls are the ones that are leading this argument, but I think we have some work to do to make sure that blacks are being told that they're attempting to use us. They're attempting to divide us. They're attempting to use you.
No, Auntie, they did that with you. They put you Democratic shields out there and gave y'all a black caucus, and y'all didn't do nothing for the black community. Y'all didn't do nothing, period. What did y'all do? What did the black caucus do for anybody? Why was they even in Congress? You got the squad now with Ilhan Omar, Corey Bush, and the rest of them. What are they doing? And they talking about defund the police in the hood. Who in the hood don't want no police? Is you crazy? I want, in my video, look at how ridiculous they sound to, you know what I mean, to even think that we believe their lies. She wants to say that, they want to divide us. We are divided. I don't even want to be in the same room with black people that vote for Biden. For real. Because, okay, let's talk about names. Y'all ever heard the name Brutus that betrayed Caesar? I know y'all heard the name Judas that betrayed Jesus. What about Benedict Arnold, who betrayed George Washington? And the list can go on and on about traitors. Who wants to ever be in alliance with traitors? The Democratic Party has betrayed us so many times, and now they are betraying the whole country. They betraying the whole country. They ain't just betraying black people, they betraying the whole country by letting hordes of immigrants invade us and take our resources and live off us like a parasite. And all parasites destroy the host. Let's continue.
To say that you're going to be responsible for helping to get Trump get elected. All right, let's deal with this. We're going to have to be very, very frontal with this in talking with other blacks. We're talking with black men that they're claiming, are not happy with Biden. What else can Biden do?
Now, did y'all catch the last?
Let me interject. Ain't nobody claiming that, old lady. We don't like his ass. We do not like Biden. We never have. But people like you are so brainwashed that you never even paid attention. That's your problem. Y'all never paid attention. We never liked Biden. Ever. We didn't like him when he was a senator. We didn't like him when he was hanging with Strom Thurmond. We didn't like him when he created the crime bill. We didn't like when he called our children super predators. We didn't like when he said that that if we went to school with other white kids, that we would turn the school system into a jungle. We didn't like it when he said, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. We didn't like it when he said we're going to have to get along with the damn Hispanics because they finna outnumber us. So when have we ever liked him? Y'all want to promote it like black men were so gung-ho and so democratic. Most intelligent black men had conservative views. We don't want our kids going to school being engineered into some type of social experiment. Come on, listen to some more.
Last part of what she said. So they're already gearing up to blame black folk, particularly black men, for Trump winning. Listen, we were blamed last time.
Hold on, goddammit, you sound weak. Blame me. If Trump win, blame me. Hey, America, if Trump win, can you blame me? I'm down here in Michigan trying to make Detroit great again. Can I make Detroit great again? Blame me. I want to make Detroit great again. A lot of these people, they act like they unsure of what they believe. Like, You know, I might take you back. If you promise me you'll do this, I'll take you back. Yeah, go for that if you want to. That sounds weak to me.
Like, we get blamed for every freaking thing. I mean, we kind of used to it already. But okay, we'll take that. We'll take that.
Like Scarface. Hey, me, I'm the bad guy. Never see a bad guy like this one. Blame me. He don't want to blame.
If you lost and you blame it, listen, they don't blame themselves. They don't blame the migrant crisis that was created by Biden, right? They won't blame that. They won't blame all this money going to Ukraine, all these wars that this man is trying to start in the Middle East. They won't blame that. They won't blame they didn't do nothing for black folk. They won't blame any of that. They just blame black folks, in particular black men, because black men are saying, "Nah, forget that dude. Like, man, I ain't trying to fool with him." They already got it geared up. You know?
No, that ain't what we saying. We saying we ain't effing with him. We saying F him. Get it right. Cat, part of the South you from, bro? Tighten up. We saying F him.
That's why I told y'all, I don't care. I want to see the meltdowns. I want to see the cuss outs. I want to see it all. And I'm going to sit there with my popcorn. I order my popcorn from Chicago. I order my nuts on Clark popcorn, the caramel one I like, from straight from Chicago, because that's the only popcorn I like ordering. I order it straight from Chicago. They ship it down here. I will order my nuts on Clark popcorn, sit right here, and be enjoying the meltdowns and the cuss outs. I'm already ready for it. But she asked another question. Well, what can Biden do? Okay, I'll say what Biden can do. The first thing Biden can do is the same thing he did for the Asian community. The exact same thing. Give black folks an anti-black hate.
No, we don't need no anti-hate bill. Anybody hating on us, we gonna hate back. We Americans. If you hate on me, I'ma hate you back. Now, how about that? That's a bill we got from God, bro. Y'all playing. Y'all letting these people play politics with your mind. You know what I mean? I don't leave my door worried about who hate me. You know what I mean? Who gonna do something to me? I don't leave out like that. Because if you hate me, I'm gonna hate you back. That's my God-given right. I don't need Congress or them to tell me how to handle somebody's getting on my wrong side. So stop telling Joe Biden he can do that, because that ain't gonna stop nobody when somebody want to go upside your head. You think they're gonna be worried about what was passed in Congress? What city you live in, bro?
A crime bill that protects black Americans. That's what he can do. What else Biden can do? Reparations in the form of cash payments. That's what Biden can do. Also,
so if he offer you some money, because he ain't gonna never give it to you, so you can knock that one off. You know, they're gonna talk about, well, we have a study and we got a study on reparations or whatever. So knock that one off. Stop even saying that if he give you something that you will support him. That looks like prostitution, bro. There's nothing he can do. There's nothing he can offer. There's nothing he can give. He out of here. All he can do is beat it off Pennsylvania Avenue. Move around.
Biden can the same thing. All the resources he given to the migrants, all this free food. They getting $1,000 cards, $9,000 rent that's getting paid for, furnishing a place to stay, job fairs specifically for black Americans, held in secret, right? All the things you're doing for these migrants, that's what Biden could do for black folk. All that money he been giving to Ukraine, he can be giving that same money to black Americans. He can do it. All that he been doing for everybody else, he can be doing that right there. That will even just be a start. Because she said that out of frustration, like, well, what is he supposed to do? He ain't got no problem figuring out what he needs to do for everybody else. But all of a sudden now you're frustrated. See, this is why, Auntie Maxine, nobody listened to y'all. See, with age is supposed to come wisdom. And unfortunately, y'all been so sold out to the Democrats. Y'all so sold out to getting your check. You're not in touch with reality with the average black person is living in this country. Ma'am, you in Clyburn, y'all not in touch. Everything good for y'all. Y'all can care less about the rest of Black America. You're not struggling. Trust me, you're not. You're not suffering. You good. Like I told y'all, the status quo in this country pays a lot of folks like Maxine Waters and Clyburn very well. So they can't have the rest of you free now, because if the rest of you get free or the rest of you get, some equal pay or things like that, then what? They're not getting a check. Because you have to understand, they have to help white supremacy stay up. Because you have to understand, equality to white supremacy is oppression to them, is a problem. Equality, not getting over them, just being at the same equal playing field as everybody else. That's
like, I'm gonna tell you, a lot of people ain't gonna like this. You know what I mean? People have a tendency to despise weakness. You know what I mean? Nobody likes a cur dog. You know what I mean? They're despised, no matter what their color. Weakness is despised in men. Other men despise that characteristic. They don't want to reflect it. They don't want to look at it. So we need to move past this political psych ops that they've been running on y'all. You know what I mean? Because those psych ops that they run on you prevent you from pursuing your general aspirations bravely and with faith.
oppression to them. They don't want to see that. They've been having a system of not competing for a long time. They people have to be they can be just mediocre and get billions of dollars. They throw money at them when they say, "I got an idea." Oh really? Well, here's $1 billion. We can't even get home loans or business loans, even though we may make 6 figures or even 7 figures. Sometimes they don't want to give us that. So it's a big issue and problem in this country. And so Biden and the Democrats are supposed to be about regulations and all that. They don't regulate nothing because they don't care. They only care about their agenda, and their agenda is the migrants. Their agenda is starting more wars. Their agenda is not black folk. So why should black folk make them an agenda to when it's time to go vote in November? Why should we make them an agenda? You mentioning Trump and all of that. Oh, Trump and the Republicans doing it. No. Trump and the Republicans haven't done crap. No, you Democrats got to take that responsibility yourself. It's not Trump. Y'all squandered your support. It was not Trump. Y'all did it.
I'm going to stop here. I'm going to show you what this sister said. You know what I mean? Check out this.
It's always a blessing. It's always a blessing to see and listen to people who understand how dangerous the Democrat Party is. Listen to this.
It's the Democratic Party, they promote black women. Particularly if she's a lesbian. Yes. They promote black women who are not even qualified. We have seen with the diversity, equity, and inclusion, which is really racism, which is really saying, well, black people just, darn it, they're not smart enough, so we have to give them handouts. And you're pushing black women who are not qualified. Dr. Claudine Gay of Harvard. Yes. Now the head of diversity at Harvard is also accused, if I have it correctly, of plagiarism. And we'll get to Fannie Willis, who was elected as a DA in Fulton County, Georgia, primarily because she's Black, in my opinion. And we've seen case after case. But the Black man, where is he? That's done deliberately. And it started really in the 60s, where the Democrats pushed policy, right, that said to women, particularly Black women, you don't need a man in the home. We'll give you more money if you're single. And I grew up in the 70s, and I saw the effects. I saw it in the 80s, the broken home. Now it's more dysfunctional home, where you have some women with 8 children by 5 different fathers. They don't know who their fathers are, in and out. It has almost destroyed the Black community. But they're doing it in a different way now. They're promoting Black women and want Black men to be down here. And I think Black men sense that. And they know that Trump relates to them. They relate to Trump very well. The evil, he's a Barack Obama.
Barack Obama is a foot soldier.
Oh, yeah, for the globalists,
Yeah.
the elite. Oh, absolutely.
Globalists.
Barack Obama was a plant.
Yes. He was. But now they want to put Michelle.
Barack Obama was a plant.
Definitely.
He did nothing for the Black community.
Nobody even knows who he is.
Did he ever come back to Chicago with as much crime to talk to young Black men?
No.
He doesn't give a damn.
He doesn't.
Barack Obama is a curse on this nation. So is Joe Biden.
I think it's the Black. Yes.
We provide the money for his Marxist socialist programs, pushing abortion in Africa and other things. He didn't care about us.
No.
He didn't care. That gave rise to Trump, because Trump actually listened to us. He actually cares. Many of us, I mean, it was bad. At least Bill Clinton BS and said, I feel your pain. But at least he said it. Barack Obama didn't give a damn. He should have never been elected. Before he was elected in 2000, he got elected in 2008, my mother sent, may God rest her soul, letters to Black churches warning them about Barack Obama, saying he was so ungodly. I said, Mom, that's harsh. She wrote it anyway.
Y'all forgot how he turned on Jeremiah Wright, Black church that helped him, get in a position, how he turned on him. You see how he let Chicago go down? You know what I mean? They say Michelle Obama even used to live in O Block. I don't know how that little tidbit of information can help you, but it's ironic.
And everything my mother said, may God rest her soul, was right. He hates this country, but he wants to live off the fat of the land. Like the founders of Black Lives Matter, they don't give a damn about Black people. They didn't have to spend one dime to help build a Black business. But these lesbians, they bought homes in predominantly white neighborhoods. See, they say they hate capitalism, but they love to use us and live off of capitalism while they spout an anti-God, anti-America rhetoric.
Right. They got you in a
Black community. They put us in danger. No, not all Black people are drug dealers or this or that, but you're harming the average Black who lives in an area that is high crime. When you talk about defund the police, and we saw the other day in New York City, where you have illegals beating up NYPD officers. That went viral. But under Trump, something like that would have been dealt with immediately. He would have spoken out immediately. Alvin Bragg, from what I understand, helped them to get out.
No bail.
Yeah.
They got their
No bail. There is a concern among Democrats that the vote for Trump is hardening within the Black community. It's solidifying. It's not just a fancy. And I think Democrats, both Black and white, liberals, they're panicking. Some of the reasons why Blacks, particularly Black men, are drawn to Trump is that he puts America first. He puts Americans first.
And see, that's what real people understand. It's like we can get past like our problems. You know what I mean? Everybody know America got problems. You know what I mean? Everybody know the history of this country. But in the face of intruders, hordes of intruders. We ain't got no time to be revisiting that and dealing with that right now. Seriously. If you think like that, you don't even see a future for your children or your grandchildren if they be overran by Venezuela and all these different people absorbing your culture, living off you, feeding off you, taking resources off you. You know, somebody got in my comments, they was talking about, well, I said something about another podcaster before because we disagreed on something, but we don't disagree on much now. Now we don't disagree. Now we on the same side. You understand? This is about picking a side. You know what I mean? Can you act like you undecisive about picking a side between if you're gonna be on the side of God and righteousness or you're gonna be on the side of the devil and the Luciferianism or whatever they got going on over there? You gotta just pick a straight up side and stand on it. We didn't already have 4 years of Biden. We see what it is. You know what I mean? And it be people in the black community, they be so scared and they be so tied to it. They want to call you everything. Like I was showing how they was calling the brother Tom or whatever. Man, do I like I'm a Tom? I ever been a Tom? I'm almost 60 years old. Never have I been viewed upon as a Tom. Radical, militant, criminal, and a lot of other disparaging things, but a Tom? I've never been called that. So we got to look at this for what it is. And she breaking it down. Like what's being said. Phillip Scott was acting like he was confused, like he hadn't decided yet. Hope you don't get offended, though.
We see that Joe Biden and his administration, they now must battle the state of Texas to cut down the barbed wire. We, ladies and gentlemen, have essentially an invasion of our country going on. Great. Black people are waking up. All you have to do, I would recommend it, if you want verification, go on YouTube. Black residents in Chicago, type in Chicago, black people, immigrants. They are fed up. Black people are now feeling the effects. You know, when these liberal mayors, we want to be a sanctuary city, New York, LA, even Newark, New Jersey. We want to be a sanctuary city. But you see, they don't put the illegals where Nancy Pelosi lives, where the elite live. They put them with us. And I'm not anti-anything, but it must be done correctly and fairly.
Okay, I'm gonna stop here because I'm at the 30-minute mark, and I'll be wanting you get to the end so I can say my end commentary because a lot of people they don't watch videos to the end, even though it does help. They trying to pass this off as a myth. Maxine Waters is, and Phillip Scott. I mean, he's usually be on point, but he can't even give. I don't think that he should even give the illusion that there's a chance that we will ever deal with Biden and the Democrats. Not at this day and hour, not in this time, not in this dispensation of time. That is totally off code. And I'm not talking about no black code or no other code. I'm talking about a universal code. Nobody wants to be a Brutus, a Judas, a Benedict Arnold, a squealer. None of that. Y'all see that the Democrats have totally abandoned the American people in favor of migrants. They're trying to give the migrants an American dream while the citizens is living an American nightmare. Stop it. Knock it off. There's no chance that I will vote for Biden. Period. Man, if he was to win, if it was a possibility he could win, I'd be so sad. I'd be so sad. For sure. Anyway, peace out, Detroit. Like, share, and subscribe to the video. Leave a comment.